check this out. This is just bananas. Look at that. Right, hello everyone. I want to show you something I've been messing around with this week, and that is expanding video game cover art using Photoshop's new built-in AI feature called Generative Fill. So basically how this works is it sort of looks at the image and takes some text input from you and then fills in the gaps. Most people use it to add bits of image here and there or remove parts of an image. But I thought it'd be kind of cool to see if it could be used to expand an image outside the crop. Let me just get right into it. As you can see here, I've got the cover art for Doom, famous cover art. And I'm sure most of these already exist as expanded artworks, but what I'm working with is generally the cover art or promotional piece of artwork. So I literally just drew a selection around the image, just inside the edge of the image, seems to work best for me. Inverted it, so now all of this white area is selected, and then I just used generative fill here and typed in what I wanted it to do. I won't show it in real time because it does take a little while, but this is what it's come up with. That's kind of amazing. I mean, at a glance, I think that looks really good. When you go in and you start looking a bit more closely, it doesn't really hold up to scrutiny. These demons have got like rocks for heads. This guy's missing his face all of a sudden, and this guy's covered in grass. So I don't know what that's about, but like I say, at a glance, that's pretty cool. I mean, it took like a minute to generate that, probably less, maybe like 30 seconds or something. So there's the original. You see that's the original, and then that's what it generated, and it does blend really well, I think, doesn't it? All right, let's move on to the next one. I've also got Ridge Racer, the famous Ridge Racer cover art. This is obviously the Japanese version, but it doesn't matter. That's not what we're interested in. What would that look like if we've got AI to expand it? Well, not great. In all honesty, not great. It came up with this, which is all right. I mean, it's kind of more illustrative than the polygon style of the original, obviously computer generated original. But as I say, at a glance, it looks all right. Honestly, stick with me because some of these do look a lot better than these first examples. The next one, for instance, Golden Axe. Let's have a look at that. This one then. This is, I don't know if this was ever used as cover art. Maybe it was. It's not the cover art I remember specifically, at least not with the text art. Anyway, so this poster or whatever of Golden Axe, it's got all this kind of mystical fantasy color business going on. So I basically told it, fill it out as a fantasy image. Let's see what you can come up with, and it came up with this. I mean, yeah, there's a weird demon over here to one side, so which is weird. Yeah, it's a bit weird, but then you just select it. So you grab the lasso, you draw around it, you go, please get rid of the demon, I don't want that there, and it just fills it in with more coloured smoke. I also added a bit of grain, which you can see on this bit, but not this bit because I didn't add it to this bit. So yeah, just add a bit of noise. That would probably do it. There you go. Because the original image, you see, it was a bit noisy. You see that? Noisy. Yeah. So just add a bit of what's happened here? That was my bad. Yeah, but that's kind of cool. And basically, you can make this any size you want. I just randomly sort of expanded it out, and that's what it generated. I just made the page that size, and it filled it. Yeah. So next one then, Akami. I thought this was really quite a cool test. See what it would do with something a bit more illustrative or abstract. And it came up with this, which is kind of neat. And again, at first glance, looks really cool. I must mention at this point, it does come up with 3 options actually to pick from, and you can keep generating them. You can generate more. If I hit generate now, it will generate another selection. I'll speed this up. It doesn't take long though. Actually, it's nearly done. This is real time. It did seem to slow down in the afternoon when I was doing it. I did it first thing in the morning. Maybe the servers were less busy before. But yeah, there's some more options. That's all right. I suppose this looks like a kid's drawing. So yeah, you can keep generating options, or you can go in and edit them further. Like this one's pretty cool, but there's this weird thing down here which I don't like. So let's just select that, and I'll say remove this and blend with the rest of the image. That should do it. And that's all right. I mean, really, you want to be going in and doing it yourself, you know, even just using like spot healing tools, you can do quite a lot. So yeah, so that was Akami. Pretty cool. Some options there. Super Mario Land. This was a funny one. This was quite a funny one. I mean, what it came up with was all right. It required a lot more work. I've got more layers of extra generative fills to cover up some of the weirdness. So this is what it came up with. I mean, it came up with a few. I generated 6 overall. That one's all right, but there's so much stuff going on. It's like too much of a headache to try and fix it. So which one did I choose in the end? That one. So yeah, I chose this, but there's so much weird stuff going on. Like, what the hell is that? That's nonsense. And then there's just all this random crap at the side over here. What is that? That's just, I mean, it looks all right at a glance, as these all do. But I thought, I'm going to spend a bit of time on this. So I spent an extra 5 or 10 minutes and just sort of tidied it up a bit. I mean, it's not perfect, but it gets you a long way from where you were from that. And AI has gone, well, maybe it looks like this. Yeah, it probably doesn't, but it's pretty cool nonetheless. iCode, this is one of my favorites. This was so cool. So I expanded this out quite wide. This is just a picture grabbed off the internet. And again, it probably exists as a bigger painting somewhere. But check this out. This is just bananas. Look at that. Look at that. It looks almost perfect. There's really like, it's just seamlessly blended into the edges there. And it follows the artwork and the color and the tone and the style. My God, it's just, when I did this, it was mind blowing. I was like, I couldn't believe this wasn't actual artwork. It looks so good. And again, there's 3 options and they all look really good. That's my favorite though. I like that one. I like the way it sort of curves around and you've got these, you know, perspective lines going on. Really cool stuff. Just to remind you, that's what it looked like. Now that's what it is. Yeah? Awesome. Let me show you, let me just highlight that again. So the original artwork there, inside the white border. And wow, look at that. So cool. Far Cry then. What can we garner from this? This was tricky because it won't let me do anything with guns, so I had to get creative with that. But what I ended up with was all right. It's kind of framed okay. It required a bit of messing around to even get this looking like this. But again, you could use that as wallpaper. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Street Fighter 2, yeah, it's all right. You might think that's the original image. That's not the original image. That's the original image. That's straight off the cover of probably the Super Nintendo version. Yeah, it didn't want to go outwards. It didn't want to go horizontal. It wanted to go vertical. It wouldn't do anything if I tried to go horizontal. I think it got confused with Ryo's foot. And again, I messed around a little bit. There was some weirdness going on. So what the hell is this? I don't know. Obviously trying to be a street lamp. And these boxes do not look anything like these other boxes, do they? So that needed some work. What did I do first? Well, I sorted the boxes out. There you go. So that one's a box and that one's a stack of newspapers, Japanese style. And again, even for each of these little things, you can choose, it gives you 3 options. I just like that one because it was more like fitting with the colour. And this box down here as well. You change that to some other stuff. And then this lamp. Yeah, I'm not really happy with that, but it's better than it was. It's cool. I think it's cool. What do you think? I think it's cool. Anyway, Zelda. This one, my God, this one, I didn't know what to expect. I thought, ha ha ha. This one, the first ones I did, like, ha ha ha, I wonder what it will do. Well, it did this. It did this. Look at this. Look at this. This is just, my God. I just thought it would just, you know, fill in some landscape. I never thought it'd put him in like standing at the edge of a cave. Someone's going to tell me now this already exists as a big artwork and is standing in the middle of a cave. Well, whatever. This was AI generated. I mean, look at these colours. It's just matched it perfectly. So good. And again, look, that was the original image. This bit in the white border. And then it generated all that extra business going on. Amazing. Amazing. And of course, I couldn't stop there. One last one. We've got the famous Windows XP wallpaper Bliss. What's he going to do with this then? Well, I don't think it was that hard for it. It expanded it out. It looked a bit desolate. I felt a bit scared by this. I needed some life. So I put some sheep in there. Say hello, sheep. Oh, move them. Say hello, sheep. Bam, sheep. And then what else did I do? I'll just put a bit of mountain over here because it looked a bit empty. But yeah, I did try and make it do a cloud in the shape of Bill Gates' face. It didn't want to do that. It just made a cloud in the shape of a gate. I didn't want that. All right, anyway, that's AI generative fill in Photoshop. Yeah, not my usual stuff, but you know, my day-to-day is as a graphic, believe it or not, motion graphics designer. So it was cool for me to do this. And yeah, I'm done.